number 2, mTw.NA, and 4not.Fire. 4not lost. They had the option, and they're going to go ahead and stick with blue side. Malphite and Janna being banned out, looking pretty similar to game 1 so far. And, Malphite, he's an amazing top laner, pretty damn good in the jungle as well. Janna, you do not want to have that disruption available to your enemy. So, Dip Shen, still going. Urgot. Okay, so that's the thing. So now Urgot was actually the 3rd ban for 4not game number 1. So mTw is forcing them to try and ban something else out that may necessarily put them out of their element, because TF is still gonna be open. Karth is still gonna be open. Morgana gonna be banned out here. Did I wonder? It wouldn't be also too far-fetched for mTw to just ban Alistar here just to make sure that 4not can't first pick him.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be that surprising. The issue is if they ban Alistar, then 4not can first pick Nautilus, and they won't be able to get one of those guys. So I think they'll leave them open and then just pick the remainder of the 2 of them. We'll have to see. Alistar is very aggressive. No, they're going to leave them open. So banning out Karthus, that prevents those kind of melee teams that 4not they had run in the last game, even though they didn't really have that much of a difficulty with it.
So Alistar going to be the first pickup for 4not. But also to note, TF is open. He escaped the bans this time around, swapping spots with Morgana. So may actually who did you mention played TF here? Takashi. Yeah, so maybe
the mid player.
The mid player, obviously, yeah. You never know. He could be going AD, or he could there was that one time long ago during Killing Spree when Atlanta decided to jungle him. That was fun.
Yeah, it didn't really work out that well.
It did not work
out
got
the first blood,
remotely.
I don't know. So this is going to be kind of interesting because Zekin, he will play Alistar some, but this is primarily going to be a jungle Alistar. So Brad plays a lot of Alistar in the jungle, and it's a really common pick. So Zekin probably going to pick something up like Taric, to give them a little bit more aggression in the bottom lane. Though they could go with a Soraka depending on what lane they want, and then having the Nocturne on the other side. So Nocturne works very well against Alistar. You can come in with those when Alistar's looking for those aggressive ganks. You follow it up with the Nocturne ultimate, and then they are going to go ahead and pick Ezreal again. So. Balls is going to be safe in that bottom lane, has the AD that he supposedly likes.
Yeah, it worked out well game 1. Might as well just go ahead and stick with the game 2. So now it's just a matter of what 4not wants to do with the rest of their comp. I'm not sure if they're going to be going with Taric Corki again, just because Corki just got so trapped out last time. But also remember, there are there is also another AD out there who got a pretty, I think, a huge buff, and that would be Caitlyn. Got a huge range addition onto that ult. I'd love to see someone actually bring her back in, but it looks like we're going to be seeing the Tristana. And there's actually the possibility here it may still actually be Alistar in the bot lane. But there you go. There's the TF pickup. Takashi X is going to have him in the mid.
Yeah, it does make me wonder if they are going to use Alistar in the bottom lane now, because Tristana and Alistar is one of the most common matchups when you have those 2 supports. It could also be someone like Nunu, would work very well. Or you could send a number of things. You probably won't send a Soraka. Though Soraka would work against Ezreal, it counters out some of that damage, but Tristana just has so much burst damage, and you don't tend to want to farm with Tristana. You need to play kind of aggressively and look for kills with Tristana. So we'll have to see. And with the TF, they have a really aggressive early game team. They can try and pick up those early advantages, try and pick up those kills. Once again, it's kind of similar to the Orianna, except now you're not teleport dependent. You have your ultimate from TF. So we'll see how that works.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but if TF pops off his ult, if Nocturne ults in response, does that actually block his vision?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, so that could be a tricky ult conservation game that could be happening there as well. So, but hey, we'll have to see where that brings us. Kennen and gonna have the Blitzcrank down bot lane. Muffin Cutie on Blitzcrank to help out Ezreal. That could be pretty brutal as well. May actually see the Taric.
Yeah,
Taric and Tristan's pretty
makes
good.
sense the most to me, and you need to have an aggressive support with Tristana, but then having that armor buff, it helps counter out Ezreal a little bit, but it also it can couple with Tristana's burst, so that it really makes sense. They have to watch out for the Blitzcrank, so if Blitzcrank gets a hook on either of them, I don't know, they're basically dead. With Blitzcrank and with the Ezreal, that's a lot of follow-up damage. They will have to watch out for that. And they will be able to get away probably the first time it happens, but if they get to like half health, then they're definitely going down. So we'll have to see. Top lane could be an Aurelia. Yeah, it is an Aurelia again. So he had done well in that last game, and they don't want to have to focus on top lane with TF. They want to put their pressure on bottom lane. So having Aurelia...
last second switch.
So there you go. It's they were actually baiting it out, or just trying to make up their mind probably. But Alistar is going to be going bottom lane. So Tristana and Alistar is a very common, set in the bot lane. Chaox and Xpecial, they used to run it all the time. It was so effective.
Mutual hooks coming in from both teams, and Rumble going to go ahead looking to round out the rest of the lineup. Rumble probably going to be going top lane. I have seen a few. Yeah, I've seen a few mid Rumbles, but I think he's not going to be doing too well against TF. Yeah, that's not going to not really an ideal situation there.
Rumble is generally a top lane champion. The nice thing is Rumble does very well against Aurelia. So Aurelia is just a safe all-around champion that can win a lot of lane matchups. She has that kind of aggressive presence, but because Aurelia takes a couple of levels to get going, she can't really abuse Rumble early on. She will have the advantage early on, but Rumble, once he hits level 4, that's when Rumble's like, he's fine from level 4 on. The first 3 levels in particular are really tough for Rumble. He really struggles against almost every single lane matchup in the game. You're going to want to start off with your E. You just farm with the harpoons, and you kind of sit back. You play defensively. But Aurelia, even though she can get some harass, she doesn't have enough aggression to abuse them in those first 3 levels. So basically, he's going to be able to farm. He's going to get through the levels. If she wants to harass him, it means she's going to be walking right into the minions, which is going to leave her vulnerable to that minion harass. After that level, first couple of levels, Rumble's going to have a period of time where his damage output, where he can just chase after Aurelia, is just so strong in that top lane. He can just chase her down with that Flame Spitter, and it's going to be fantastic. It's definitely something she's going to have to watch out for. She's going to need to get some early magic resist once again. And he has a lot of killing potential. He can snowball very quickly.
Looking at Takashi X's rune page here, and I don't think I've ever seen this, but I kind of like it. A split on magic resist runes between flat and per levels. I don't. Yep. When I do my rune pages, I just max out. Just 9, 9, 9, 3. I don't usually do mix ups like this. What's the benefit we're looking at for doing something like this?
Well, the magic resists per levels, they transition around a level 11. I'm not positive on what the actual level is, but it's high enough where usually the flat magic resist is better, particularly if you're looking for early fights. But if you get quick levels, then the magic resist per level can be a benefit. It's probably just how he's figured it out. He's decided, all right, this is how much magic resist I want at level 1. I get that much, and then I'll just do per levels after that. So it will work out because TF is a more aggressive mid. He's not going to be going with that gold pretend build once again. But I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yep, and you also see the mandatory cloud building going to be starting off, we'll do a little hybrid Kennen, probably going to start off with some Doran's Blades and then transition. He's got both, AP and AD there on the rune page, so looking for a little bit of harass, and then could be scaling on in later, possibly to something like an Hourglass, something to that effect. Woda would actually work really
TF
good.
Can kind of abuse Kennen early on. They have a pretty even lane, but TF is pretty aggressive early on. So Kennen wants to shut down TF. He doesn't want to allow TF to get off to any sort of early advantages. So you go with the AD. You can kind of push him around a little bit. And then in team fights, Kennen was a really nice pick because you have the AoE to close the gap on TF, and TF is really uncomfortable in fights. So Kennen can get right up in personal, shut him down. They can burst down TF, and then all of a sudden, 4not is really in a bad situation.
Yeah. And then also, because this is Nocturne, MTW gonna show a little bit of 4not, how Nocturne is supposed to be done. But then again, last game you did have the aggressive invades, and still though you still have the Alistar, but now MTW has the Blitzcrank here. So Alistar versus Blitzcrank, I've seen some sneaky things, being going around with the robot, like being sometimes just generally being a jerk. Like pulling the blue buff through the wall and things like that, trying to be sneaky, trying to be silly, trying to just delay the enemy jungle.
That's not silly. That's just playing Blitzcrank.
That's just plain Blitzcrank. That's just downright Blitzcrank. That's a lot of adjective Blitzcrank. I don't know.
I'm not sure where you're going with this.
I was trying to make a donkey reference, but actually I love that guy. He's awesome. He's funny. Anyway. Tangents. Anyway, so Nocturne being a huge part of these ganks, and he's actually going to be able to get in pretty well, I think, bot lane. Just that's it. Hook. That's your cue. Go on in. Ult.
Yeah.
Zoom in. And with all that again though, a heavy CC hitter on bot lane to couple with the Ezreal, because you have the pull, you have the knockup. That's more than enough time for Balls to just go in and get all the damage he needs.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. I mean, we'll have to see how that kind of works out.
Yeah.
One nice thing with the Ezreal versus Tristana, Tristana has a lot of bursts, but she's primarily focused on auto attack. So you have that attack speed slow, it will be very effective against her. That's definitely going to be an issue. And the fact that Tristana needs to get kind of up close and personal to use a lot of her damage. So we'll have to see if that works. But she has 1,000 damage at like level 6. When you couple in her auto attacks, the fact that you get attacks in between all of your abilities, you can attack people while they're in midair from your Buster Shot, while you're in midair from your Rocket Jump. So it can be really aggressive. So we'll have to see if that works out.
Oh, nice update on that skin too. It finally actually fits in the frame here. He's looks actually pretty badass himself. That's not too bad. I like that. Kind of like that.
Yeah, I mean, TF is just such an all-around beast, and if you get any early advantages and you can, get any kills with TF, you can snowball really quickly.
In addition to being quite the suave gentleman, I see.
Oh, of course.
And the fancy Dan.
What a dapper Dan.
Here we go again. Just like game 1, but hopefully it won't be as long this time. We'll see who has the issues this time around. Chat's going off. Who is it this time? Every pause. It's tradition now. 4not going to be on the one pausing this game, so I think it may very well it may be an issue with Brad's internet again. I don't know. We'll find out in a second. But I'm liking. I do enjoy mTw style bot lane with this aggression. Muffin Cutie just really adds that much to the team, and he was so on point with All-Star last game, and I'm very much anticipating a boatload. If not a truckload, whichever one is larger, of grabs coming in from Blitzcrank.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it'll be fun. I mean, they have a really aggressive team. They have an AoE comp once again. What is it?
Mandatory Cloud, two Yordles, 1 Woda. Oh God. I'm sorry. Chat's just way too funny.
It took me a second. I'm slow.
Wow. I'm not going to comment any further on that. I'm going to try and keep this as PG-13 as possible, but wow. See, that's the one thing I love about mTw. That is the one thing, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, chat is quite possibly the most entertaining when mTw is around. Always. They never, ever disappoint me when it comes to just like pre-game lobby or just like in the middle of the game or in opportunities like this when everything's paused. They're always so entertaining in chat.
Yeah, it's good. Atlanta was half of that though. So.
Atlanta was a huge part of that, but I hope to see him back in the saddle again soon. From what I understand, there are prospects for a new lineup with him.
They already have the lineup. I think it's him, Pobelter. I'm trying to remember.
I knew him and Pobelter. I know that was something going on, but who else?
I can't even remember. Maybe not.
Possibly he can be another Child Army General.
Another what?
A Child Army General, because Pobelter is pretty. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm missing this one too.
But I mean, that was actually a really big issue with old mTw way back in the day. Kind of like was it Kiev where they couldn't they had all those issues because everyone.
That's why Lemon God isn't on the team anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, he was an integral part of the team, but unfortunately, he had some family issues and just real life stuff. So he I don't know, had to drop.
But there you go. Everyone's back. No more issues. Unpause. We are back into this, ready to go. And just going to go ahead and catch up on those 3 seconds we missed. There we go. So, getting it right on into this. Everyone's starting on out. Wow, everyone's actually starting to buzz out here. All right. Looking to start on in. Looking for those invades. Everyone's actually just kind of, wow. Everyone's, pauses can do some strange things sometimes, it seems. There we go. Now we're live. Now we're set. Now we're easy, ready to go. Takashi X, everyone from 4not just gathering into one side brush right here. But everyone from mTw, I hope just things didn't bug out, actually. There we go. Okay. We're good. We're ready to go. And
yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, both teams are probably looking for some early game aggression, but mTw actually taking a really nice route. They're coming down through bottom lane and then heading over into the red, which isn't a very common route. And then right here, 4not, they're going for it. Can they get the kill? No, there's no one there.
There's a ward.
So, yeah, and
They
now
got the ward.
mTw has the vision advantage. If they actually move down to the bottom bush, which is what
could.
they're doing, they're beelining straight for it. They could actually catch mTw or catch 4not off guard.
Oh, if they camp this one tri-brush. No, get back.
Get back.
mTw, get back there. There's still no vision. There's still no vision. Neither team actually knows where they are. Could have something, but actually, 4not's actually just going to be going ahead and taking the long way back to the mid, to safety. Something huge could have definitely happened there, but not going to see the huge action. There will be no there will be no pull. No one's going to be in the tri-brush. Opportunities lost, but you know what? Everyone's going to be safe, and that's the best you can hope for in a situation like this. And there is going to be vision. 4not knows Smithy's in the neighborhood looking to take that blue. They're maybe mobilizing once again. But it seems like, you know, Alistar and Tristan are just going to go ahead and walk towards bot lane. Blues should be secured for both teams. And
but
then it's yeah, standard start to what could have been a very hair-raising level 1 adventure.
Yeah, but it kind of actually works out to mTw's advantage. So Nocturne, he has the early head start onto Nautilus. He's going to be faster. So Nautilus wasn't able to grab the wolves, so he's a little bit behind. And then not only that, but Tristana and Alistar, they couldn't grab the mini golems, and that's a lot of times you go and you look for the level 2 quick kill on Tristana and Alistar. That's not going to be an option anymore. So they will have to kind of just sit back. So like neither team has any significant gold advantage or anything, but mTw is actually in a pretty nice position right now.
Yep, and then top lane, things are, you know, everything's looking to start out a little slow, a little standard, a little eventful, but mTw is getting in a little bit of a position there. There's the pop-up down onto Zeekit, Parole trying to get some there, and there's the hook, trying to get a little bit more damage, Pulverize in response. And just a little bit of harass coming in from mTw and Balls there in the bot lane. Mandatory Cloud fighting it out with Takashi X, trying to see who can muscle the other one out of lane. But it seems like we're just going to have a nice quick standard start. Nocturne already has double buff, already pretty far ahead of Nautilus. And One Bad Brat actually getting really low to the small golems. Don't want to be dying to those things. That would be quite embarrassing.
Yeah, and as a result, Nocturne, you know, not only is his whole thing cleared, Nautilus has to go back before taking the red. He's actually sitting on his own red for a second. No, he's recalling. So
he's recalling.
he gets out of there, but it allows Nocturne to be a little bit more aggressive. And actually taking the raise will put him up to like 3/4 health. He can come gank top now. And along with Rumble, they pick up a kill. Actually, he probably won't because it's pushing. So
yeah.
Maybe mid because TF is so pushed up.
Yeah, Takashi X, he's doing his farming thing. He's not doing anything too risky at the moment, but Nocturne is laying in wait. No vision on him in mid quite yet until now, and there you go. Stun is going to hit Takashi X. No, not quite, but there you go. Stun in response. Nice shield from Smithy.
Yeah, so they can't quite pick up on him, but Alistar actually getting the headbutt into the Pulverize to get some nice free damage onto Muffin Cutie there. But I don't know, not really enough to take him down or really threaten that lane at all, and Alistar is just kind of low on mana as a result.
Yeah, Zeke had knifed through Butter, actually separated Balls and Muffin Cutie pretty well with that headbutt, but it's still a little early. Parole can only do so much damage right now. You know, same thing with Balls, but still though, with enough CC and possibly some help from jungler. Flash from Mandatory Cloud. He wants this kill onto Takashi X. The stun gonna keep him away for just a second. The stun from Kennen just did not come out, unfortunately.
It was a weird mistiming. So not only was Nocturne not there, but I don't know, that Kennen missing the Shuriken really needed to wait a second. If Kennen had waited a second, get the stun out, and Nocturne gets in there.
Oh, but in response, there's Nautilus not too far behind with the hooks, with the first blood. And there you go. Nautilus is going to be pretty healthy there in the jungle with a little bit extra gold in his pocket. Going to go back by himself a pretty nice shiny Philo Stone. But there you go with the hooks. Muffin Cutie getting the pop-up on the Seekin. He's going to have to go ahead and get away from that one. But now 4not, Parole's pushing the lane pretty well up to tower. That one melee minion does get smacked, but he's just trying to look to push the wave, trying to force the caster minions into tower as well to try and deny some farm. Pop up going down onto Zeke, following a grab. Ignite going down onto balls, and Pearl wants to go ahead and try and get this kill. In response, Zeke is a little bit too low, can't help out here, but here's Xmithy. Exhaust going down mutually over there. May actually get the kill, but Balls gets the kill onto Tristana. Nocturne getting the kill onto Alistar. And 4not. A little bit, well, they got caught. They got caught.
Yeah, and it's going to be a tough lane for them because Tristana and Alistar, they want to be really aggressive, but Ezreal is so hard to gank. In the meantime, Nautilus is sitting mid, and actually Kennen walks right into him, and he still has that red buff. So Brad is going to get the hook back, and now
Stun.
Hitachi X has the stun. The
There
quick
we go.
burst.
Wild
Mandatory
card.
Cloud going
Nice. Very well done. Very well done mid lane. And that is the power of Nautilus. That's, he can go ahead and do things like that. Plus, comboed up with with that stun in mid, very well timed. You want to go ahead and keep those CCs as close together as possible, so you can just go ahead and get the most life out of them. And there you go, plenty of damage, just enough damage. Takashi X is now 6. Nautilus is going to go ahead and beat up with Nocturne into jungle, but he will hook out. But see, now there's danger. Now there is danger because Takashi X is 6, and he can go ahead and just with a short stroll, ult and be in whichever lane he needs to be for quick kills and quick ganks.
Yeah, so they'll have to watch out for it. But I don't know. We'll have to see. If maybe a gank top could definitely work out well for them. They could also gank bot. They have a lot of options because both top and bot have that kind of follow-up kill potential. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to see. The Rumble right now is going to be kind of a struggle for Aurelia, but Aurelia will be able to keep herself high, and she's actually going to be dueling with him a little bit, get him really low. So if you get Rumble low, then he's not going to be able to duel as much, but turning it around, he has just so much damage early on, and with his ultimate and Ignite, Aurelia is really going to have to watch out early.
Yeah, man, Rumble, he doesn't quite have his revolver yet. He's still got to... Actually, he could go back and buy it now
TF
if he really
might
wants
actually
to.
go top lane. Nautilus is heading
He's
up there right
wandering
now.
on he's thinking about it. He's definitely thinking about it. His ult is still available, and that's a good way to telegraph when TF is actually going to ult away. He leaves lane. With proper ward coverage, you can actually tell which lane he's going to be going. Sometimes you can just ward right by the wraiths or ward like this little bush right over here. But blue has respawned. One bad bread going to pass it on over. There you go. Very well done. TF's going to have that with him in the mid. Kennen does not have his quite yet. Blue has not... Smithy actually kept the blue for himself. He wants that XP, but there you go. Ignite going down onto Rumble. And the ult also being popped on Aurelia. Mutual ults up top lane. Aurelia not going to be able to get that kill.
Well, Aurelia's ult is on a 60-second cooldown,
Yeah, it's nothing
it's
huge.
up so consistently that
77 cooldown at level 1.
yeah, so it doesn't even matter. So
Yeah.
it's for the regen. Forcing the flash on Rumble is huge, and I thought they were going to kind of try and bait it, and I think that's what they were looking for. So Rumble needs to play up close. Is kind of a ranged caster, but he plays melee, so
Yeah.
he has to get up close. They can bait him into a Nautilus ult maybe once one bad Brad hits 6, or even into a TF gank.
But here's the thing now, Rumble, this did give him the opportunity to go back. Now has his revolver, and is going to have a little bit more AP and some sustain top lane to try and just cancel out what Aurelia can dish out. So he's going to be in a good spot. He's going to be in an okay spot. He's not too far behind in farm, but it's also not too uncommon on someone like Aurelia to actually buy 2 null magic mantles to try and deflect some of the AP damage. But granted, it's going to delay some of her damage, but who cares? She's just looking to farm. And there you go, Muffin Cutie trying to look for opportunities, baits out the Pulverize, and just going to waddle back into the bush.
And it's actually a really nice ward from MTW by 4not.'s Wraiths. The ward in the bush is nice, but by the Wraiths is even better. Actually, in the meantime, there's a full-out fight as Parole jumping behind. Muffin Cutie is getting kind of low there, but Parole is low as well. Alistar already had to use the ultimate. There's the follow-up from Nautilus, the hook, and now Nocturne is getting into it, so Parole has to back up, but they get him.
Nice
so
snipe
the quick
there.
kill, and Zekin is low as well, so it's
double
down to one
kill.
bad
Can
Brad.
Xmithy actually get the triple here? TF is porting down, but he can only get so far. Flash away from one bad Brad. The stun. Really wanted to stun that minion, Takashi X, but Xmithy, right, Blitzcrank does go down, but Xmithy might actually be able to capitalize here. Trix now bot, getting the kill off of balls. Xmithy with another double, delayed quadra, may actually be able to get the kill here down on to early as well. There's a Kennen ult to help out a little bit. Mandatory Cloud had plenty of time to come on down. That was a delayed quadra for
They can
Xmithy.
actually get the dragon off of this, and Rumble is free farming in the top lane. So I'm surprised that Kennen's actually not tanking it for a second. Okay, he's just going to pull it into Nocturne.
Yeah.
But even so, 4not, they're trying to force these fights. They're trying to just take these early advantages. Everyone just coming down, and just mTw doing a really nice job of not allowing them to take these advantages. So 4not with the huge gold lead early on, and Rumble is crushing top lane. So that's going to be a really difficult lane for them from now on.
Yeah, Rumble's doing work top lane since everyone decided to just go ahead and leave and do their own thing. Nocturne, Dragon, and a double-double. I feel like I'm at like In-N-Out or something. You know, it's just like I feel like I'm ordering fast food, like I'm ordering burgers or something. It was a double kill, but you know, it was a quadra. For the record, we'll just say it was a quadra to make it look fancy. But yeah, Don doing work top lane. You know, just whenever you see someone leave lane, where you see someone just try and get pushes somewhere, it's either you follow them or you just go completely ham on the lane, and that's what he was doing. And now with that, he's actually been doing pretty well. Just trying to catch up. Actually, maybe the gold has actually been equalized top lane.
Yeah, and it's just with the level advantage and the fact that Rumble has so much upfront damage, it's going to be really difficult for Aurelia. Aurelia 1v1 against Rumble, you know, will do okay, but Rumble will actually win that matchup. If Aurelia gets ganks, though, they can very easily pick up kills, and Aurelia can get the slow, set up the TF gank. TF actually moving up here as well, so
nice
that is kind of a threat for them right now. They are set up to take that blue when it spawns in like 15 seconds, but TF might just go ahead and go for this, and actually he is
there
coming.
you go, top lane, the stun going down onto Don real quick.
Yeah,
yeah.
TF, you just have so much burst damage.
And you know, I'm just realizing now that ult Rumble in that skin, he drops pineapples. I did not know. I never noticed that. I never noticed that. But you know, Takashi X, he needed that, and he did have a little bit of a flub up bot lane. He ports in, he gets a stun, and he stuns a minion. That was just a little bit of an unfortunate click, and it probably really could have actually turned around that fight. But you know, hey, you know what? It's in the past now. Got a quick kill top lane. Aurelia's just going to go ahead and take control back up there. And it's still going to be a while until Rumble comes back. So you just go ahead, push the lane, deny another wave. And Xmithy there, Nocturne with a quick Oracles. Hopefully, don't be getting too aggressive here though, because you could be putting yourself in a pretty tight spot. Mandatory Cloud actually going around trying to catch Takashi X. Does get the stun. Ult on in to TF. May actually go down here. Shield going down. Fear still runs away, but there you go. Nice death charge though, going on to Nocturne. Kind of took like a U-turn trying to get there. But in the meantime though, Parole was trying to meet up to go up and help, but will die in the process. Exhaust going down onto Nocturne, rooted from Nautilus, and the shutdown coming in from One Bad Brad will finally get the first kill on Nocturne. He's now 6-1-1. But the pursuit continues, and mTw might be putting themselves in a pretty tight spot. The pop-up going down onto Aurelia. Mandatory Cloud get caught out by the hooks. Quick kill from 4not.
Yeah, really nice job from 4not, but once again, it's pretty much an even exchange. 4not came out a little bit ahead on that, and they're actually going to get the blue, which is nice. But
yes,
Rumble is going to be able to continue to farm, and Aurelia, if Aurelia doesn't get these kills, then she's putting herself way behind. Actually, Holy, it's Don stealing the blue buff as Rumble, along with putting all that pressure top lane. So once Rumble starts getting in these fights, they're really going to have to watch out for how much AoE damage he does.
Oh, Takashi X is going to find out, see what's up, but hey, it's a little bit too late. Don grabs the blue and just starts to float on out of there. Fruit in tow on the back of his little robot and all them pineapples. And it's getting there. It's getting close. Like the gap, it's a very small gold gap too, but it's starting to close. But like the biggest part of that last fight though is you killed Nocturne and he got rid of the Oracles. Did he rebuy? He did not, but look who did though. So now Oracle's going to be onto 4not, and it's not on mTw there.
And despite the fact that mTw seemed to be coming out ahead in a lot of these exchanges by forcing these fights, 4not has put themselves in a nice situation. So 15 minutes in, they're pretty much even in gold, and now TF can run around, try and be as aggressive as he would like to be. They have the nice ward coverage, just barely picking that ward up before it dies, but the big thing will be the next dragon, and so we'll see if 4not can get any advantages there. TF is coming down bottom though, so he could port in and maybe pick up a kill there.
So yeah, I see Ezreal and Blitz here in bot lane looking pretty happy with themselves. But yeah, TF is going to be looking to just sneak on in through the brushes.
They might tower dive top this, so they have to watch out for that.
Is also, I would expect he's just going to go ahead and back up there. So he's going to be going back. He's going to buy, and he's got his Wriggles, he's got his Aegis, he's got a Merc Treads as well. Tenacity, always a good thing in the middle of some of those team fights. Do not leave home without
Muffin
that.
Cutie taunting them. He's like, I know where you are. You're standing right in front of me.
I know where you live. I know who you are. But look at this, though. Alistar, Zekin getting a little bit aggressive. Actually going the long way around. They want to try and get this dip. Very nice. Very well done. Mandatory Cloud just going to be melting immediately. But Holy, it's Don with the ult, but no. The Ignite actually will do enough work on there, but Takashi X ignited also, and Don's going to be able to grab that one. Zekin, maybe a little bit of a pickle, but there's Nocturne to try and capitalize on that one. The Q, his ult is still up, but still managed to get the kill, but Parole could be an opportunity for him to clean up Muffin Cutie.
The hook's on cooldown, though. Any second now, he should have it once they turn the corner.
Anything, Parole. Hook, there you go. Root, Don, done. There you go. Ball's now shifting in to try and capitalize something, but that rocket jump will refresh after kill. Nice pull onto Brad, but no pop-up following there. Trying to bait Parole in maybe just a little bit. Can only do so much damage before he gets out of there.
Yeah, so pretty nice job from 4not. Unfortunately, Takashi did go down just barely, but it was a pretty even exchange for them. You know, that kind of goal that allows them to get into the mid game. They do have to watch out for the AoE fights from mTw, but if they can keep
Aurelia
it even,
maybe looking to go in from behind into mid lane, but it looks like they're a little bit wise. mTw's a little bit wise to that one, but Dragon has respawned, so maybe an opportunity. It is warded, but they aren't quite sure. But you see 4not actually looking to move on down, maybe try and take this for themselves. mTw can only do so much in this position. They got Nocturne top lane looking to split push. I mean, tower for a Dragon. I mean, it's an okay trade, but there you go. Ult in from Mandatory Cloud. Actually gets pushed away, but there you go to quick kill down onto the Alistar, and Trix may not be getting out of there alive, but there you go. Balls and Parole looking for the 1v1, but Muffin Cutie may have something to say about that, but back to the rest of the fight. The Takashi X is waiting in the bush, waiting for his moment. Stun's going down. Will he manage to get out of here alive? I'm not sure. Will he get the kill on Don? No, he will not.
Ezreal jumping over the wall once again, chasing
after
Parole. He got the ultimate, and he's actually really close. An Arcane Shift, but the rocket jump. Can Parole get it? It's going to be a double
26, 12. Yes. Oh, that could have been amazing. But
so mTw wins the 4v5, and in the meantime, Nocturne grabs the top lane.
Top tier 2 even. So that was actually a huge swing for mTw. A massive swing. They just managed to go ahead and get all the kills they needed. Granted, Mandatory Cloud was almost not a part of that fight. The Buster Shot, headbutted away when the popped the ult.
And Tristana will be very strong later in the game, but Tristana needs to be in the backline, needs to be safe and have that follow up. 1v1, Ezreal just destroys Tristana. I mean, he's just going to crush her right now. So there's not really a whole lot that she can do in those 1v1 situations. Then the rest of the team, having the AoE of Kennen and Rumble, they can easily win fights just by themselves. So it's a serious issue for 4not. They will have some nice poke from TF. They will have some nice map control with them as well. But they need to keep that back line, and they have a lot of disables up front where they can do it once they start to. They have TF as a spammable stun. Nautilus does. Alistar does. Aurelia does. So once they start keeping that backline, and just once Tristana in particular gets an Infinity Edge, then they'll do a little bit better in fights. But they have to watch out that they don't lose too much of a disadvantage here. Yeah, and
Tristana's still got a little bit of ways to go. You got the pickaxe, you got the BF sword, so it's not too much money, too much of investment to go ahead and finish that off. So it should actually be coming not too far ahead in the near future. But that will be a Dragon for mTw, looking to extend the Goldie just a little bit further, so it's a 6k lead now for the time being. Takashi X is going to go ahead and grab the blue as well, get that refresh. He's going to have that mana and cooldown reduction. But Don may actually be caught out here looking to get a ward in front of the Baron. Trix sees him, but will not be able to get the strike. Will not be able to get anything onto that. But now everyone seems kind of like, hey, let's go back to laning phase. That was fun. How about we do that for a little while? Muffin Cutie getting to pop up onto Zekin. A lot of damage coming in there, headbutt to keep the blitz away. And there's a lot of damage going down Tristana right now. There's the Pulverize looking to give away. And the hooks! Yes, that is what you needed. That is absolutely what you need in a situation like this. A wonderful pull from Muffin Cutie.
Ezreal just wins so many matchups, and it's kind of surprising to see Alistar being aggressive there, trying to wear them down, because there's just no way for them to beat Ezreal in that 1v1 or even 2v2 situation. In the meantime, Trix getting some nice damage onto Rumble, but we'll have to back off. Rumble just has so
he's
much,
got the
Nautilus.
There's Nautilus there.
MTF.
Trying to get the death charge going there, but Trix may actually be going down. Actually barely. barely lives in that exchange, but Nocturne's not too far away. He's got the ult. The impact on ult could actually be more than enough.
Oh, but Kennen actually walking in behind TF could maybe take him down just by himself with the ultimate, and so he's actually going to be chasing
Where's
into
the
him.
yellow
There's
card?
the ultimate as well. Oh, the stun from Takashi, but
There
he has
you
the
go.
ultimate, and now he's walking right into Nocturne, so it doesn't actually matter. Mandatory Cloud picks it up by himself.
Very well done. Very well done. I was waiting. He's like, where's the yellow card? Where is it? He needs that thing now. But hey, he got it, managed to delay the fight just a little while, but unfortunately was too much for TF to deal with right there. I was waiting, though. I was waiting for Xmithy to actually go in for that kill and try and pick up the tricks, but unfortunately it was not meant to be. But there's still a lot of pushing here coming in from mTw. You got a nice little minion wave. Balls and Mandatory Cloud going to be together in the mid to try and get some damage under the hook going down onto Balls, but Xmithy and Muffin are from behind, looking to get the pinch on this tower. Nocturne ult just to reduce the vision, just in case. And there you go. Wave goes down. They're going to back off for a little bit. McSmithy wants the stun. He wants the kill. There's Zeke and headbutt pulverized. Parole looking to capitalize on all his damage. The rocket jump has been refreshed. Will we see it? Don't need it. Double kill. Look to pursue. Continue on. Mandatory Cloud going to take a shot and then get to tower.
Yeah, really nice job. And if they can snowball fights like
Don.
that, that'll be huge.
Don's getting caught out. He has been seen in the top river. There is a ward over in front of Baron. He was there when it was placed. I think he just kind of lapsed in judgment for a bit.
TF actually has the ultimate in like 10 seconds, so if they try and capture him in there, they're going
5,
to be able to cut him off.
4.
But, oh, no, they're just going to back off.
He may pop it. He may still pop it. He knows Rumble. They're gonna have vision on the top tower in a second. They're gonna know he's not around there. But they're more than content though. Just take mid tier 1, continue the push. That's more global goal for them. That's what they need. They're starting to close the gap.
As long as they keep TF and Tristana alive, then they have such a great snowball team. It's just a lot of single target DPS. So that's what they want to look for. Tristana is one of the highest single target damage dealers in the game, late game. So if they couple that with all of their disables, they could really easily pick up these fights. But they still have to watch out for all of that AoE from mTw.
So 4not looking to now push onto bot tower, try and get a little bit of damage on tap, but she's going to go ahead and back off for the time being. And Muffin Cutie, he's looking for his place. I think he's got a fair amount of wards. He's got Shirley's as well. So looking to just go ahead and get awareness, get all the wards necessary. Does One Bad Brad still have the oracles? He does not. Did not rebuy. So there's sightless for right now for 4not, and Nocturne actually did rebuy his just recently, so there's some good counter wording going down on there. But Baron is now we're getting close to that time where Baron is starting to look a little bit tasty. A fight that deeply swings into either team's favor could mean a Baron from this point on. Everyone's kind of like really content with leaving the laning phase here, so we're starting to head into mid game. And now you're starting to see all these teams actually look up to just group up together. There's the Ezreal ult. Nothing. That's nothing too much. You got 2 creeps and a little bit of damage on there.
But the
there
fight,
you go.
Zekin going down.
Ooh, caught in the bush. Unfortunate face check. Things like that happen to hooks. Oh, the hook almost hit Mandatory Cloud.
Yeah, and so they can pressure Baron pretty easily here. They don't have an Oracle. Xmithy does have an Oracle, so they can clear out the wards. We'll be safe there. Oh, the hook almost grabbing Brad there. But I don't know. It's going to be tough. If we have the invade from TF, then TF can very easily just take them down with his ultimate if they try and do Baron. Like, they'll get too low doing Baron. It's really going to be a risky Baron for them. But they're actually just going to go for it. So TF needs to throw off the ultimate shortly just to kind of check where they are, because they don't have vision right now.
And Xmithy does have, Shirley is being popped. They want Aurelia right now, just trying to catch up here. The movement is way too fast, but there is the TF ult. In response, will Trix be able to get away? But no, Takashi X right there to try rush, and Balls is a little bit too far out. Takashi X will go down, but at what price? Trix, will we be able to get here? No, unfortunately not. So 2 for 1 in the Tribush area. Balls was a little bit out of position for that one, but they still have the capabilities here to guard the Baron. There's still a good chunk of damage from Xmithy. Oh, the hooks almost grabbing someone from 4not.
It stalled them out, though. If they were able to get the Ezreal kill for free, then that would have been massive. Like, if either Takashi or Trix was able to survive there, they could have maybe turned it around, pick up some kills. So it was a really nice job from them. Xmithy actually getting a little bit out, so Parole's going to get some nice damage. Zekin, if he gets the flash in, could maybe take him down, but just barely out of range. So Xmithy is going to be safe there.
So he's going to get back to safety, almost getting caught there. Dragon has respawned once again, so I think 4not may actually be in a position to take this one up really quick-like. But unfortunately, there's only so much ward coverage. There is a ward.
That Dragon
there.
Quick-like.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're going to be fine there.
Let me grab them scales.
There's no one to defend it, so they get there pretty easily. And that'll be nice to keep up with that, try and cut down on that gold lead from mTw, because they're starting to do more better and better in team fights. Late game Tristana is an absolute beast. If you can keep TF alive, his spam ability late game is really strong. The issue is how short range he is. So against Rumble and Kennen, they both do very well against him. The Rumble ultimate, TF doesn't have any quick dashes or anything, so he's going to be sitting right in the middle of it. So that's a serious concern for them, but they do have plenty of damage late game, and I don't know, they're starting to work it out. mTw, in the meantime, Ezreal and Nocturne are also very strong late game, and they can always just instantly win a fight and then end the game from it, basically.
Yep, so it looks like Takashi X is actually looking for that DFG on his next item there, just so he has much more burst as well available to him whenever he does go in for the port. And Don being pinged to retreat inside the base. I'm not quite sure why, but he should be back in here pretty soon. Aurelia is also back in the base. So everyone once again trying to hold the fort at Baron, and mTw is looking to try and possibly camp out the bushes here, waiting, just biding their time until 4not actually just, just by sheer mishap wanders on into somewhere he shouldn't be. Like one bad Brad right there. Will he be able to get away? The hook does not complete. Fail flash over the wall, and 4not is going to get completely routed here. mTw does get victim to the charge, but Parole may not be able to make it out alive either. Now Trix is in a little bit of a shaky spot too. There you go. Tier 2 in top has been gone for a while, so they can go ahead and continue to pursue this. Parole. Oh, wow. But, I think this may mean Baron for mTw.
Yeah, a couple of them are low, but it's really not going to be that big of a concern.
They have
enough of them are up, and having those quick 3 kills is just huge. With the Baron, it's going to be tough. They can push down mid lane. 4not has decent wave clearing capabilities with TF. He can just clear the waves by himself, but if mTw decides to just push, they could decide to just tower dive TF. And actually, TF getting caught. Muffin Cutie could be trying to chase him down. Takashi X does he have the flash?
Nice
he does
juke.
not have the flash, but the juke, he gets out of there. But unfortunately, with the slow, he is going to go down.
There you go. Real quick kill down onto Takashi X, trying to escape from mid lane, but cannot get out of there alive. And now, with the Baron buff, mTw once again in a pretty good position. They need to go ahead and feel free to push whatever way. They just go ahead and push whatever. The gold lead is continuing to swing into their favor. They got almost about an 8K gold lead. But the thing is, though, you do not want to be caught out. Don, he's getting a little bit too good. There's a Shirelia's pop from 4not. They're looking for engagement. They're trying to see if they can't finish off Don. There goes the Rumble ult, but the exhaust as well.
Dear
But Tristana.
God, that Rumble damage.
We're
just
gonna
instantly killing Tristana and then turning into Zekin.
We're gonna go back and look at that in a second, right after Alistar dies here, because Don. Oh, nice flash over the wall, but there you go. There's Muffin Cutie to go ahead and capitalize on that. I want to go back. I want to go see that.
Rumble has so much damage as the game progresses.
I want to see this Tristana damage.
He's a killer.
He's a killer, my killer. But there you go. There's 4not looking for Shirelia's pop, and I just want to see all the damage. Ult done.
Yeah.
Yikes. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of hurt to
Which
go.
is why you don't want to 1v1 Rumble as Tristana with your face to his flamethrowers.
No. Well, walking face first into fire.
Bad.
It's not on my
Lesson
most
learned.
recommended things to do. But there you go. Back onto live, and Smithy does manage to get the kill onto Takashi X. All this pressure going down onto mid tower. They don't need minions where they're going. They got all these kills. They can go ahead and get one bad red as well. Yes, they do. Inhibitor going down. All 5 members of mTw still up. They all still got Baron buff as well for quite a while. Still about 2 minutes left on that buff. Nice minion wave in bot. It's looking pretty tasty as well. Might as well go ahead and grab it. It was looking nice. It's looking nice. Pretty huge wave. Should be able to take that no problem.
Yeah, and it's just really tough for 4not to hold off right now, particularly if TF goes down. Then TF goes down, that's it. If any of them go down, that's it. But if they can, pick people off the front line, they're going to be okay. Blitzcrank actually chasing them down, but actually Alistar with the headbutt pulverize into Mandatory Cloud. Parole could maybe pick up the skill, but not quite in range, and so Trix still being chased out of his base will be okay.
Yeah, and that's the kind of pressure. But, oh, Ball's looking to get some damage onto Parole. 2 hits and already at a 3rd health. Mandatory Cloud will be able to live. No, unfortunately not. But Balls, like you said before, 1v1 damage, it can be pretty intense. But unfortunately, 1v3, not so much. And now MTWs, they're getting a little bit too ahead of themselves here. Granted, they still got 3 champs with Baron buff. But you know, it's only going to be around for so much longer. They got about a minute left. But there's a plenty of damage left onto
He's
Don.
going to be right on top of TF.
Love it, Cutie. He's going ham.
Get out of this.
Oh, the stun go down from Takashi, but they're still to grab something. Rumble ult, it is back once again, and there you go. Don looking to go ahead and capitalize on that one. Death charge going down to Muffin Cutie. Does not want to have to deal with that CC, but the exhaust going down to one bad Brad. Should not be escaping the hook. Doesn't even need to pull him in. The hook itself was enough damage to finish that one.
Yeah, and once they spawn, they'll be able to end this pretty easily. But they are pressuring this bottom turret, going to try and take it down, but they will get kind of low. So Tristana and Aurelia could probably take them out if they decide to come in on it. They will have to watch out for Rumble's damage, but Alistar with the headbutt pulverize and Aurelia with the follow-up. There's the Shirelias. Can Aurelia get the engage, jumping right onto Rumble? So he's going to go down pretty quickly, but actually they turn around.
Wow.
There's not quite enough damage. The Buster shot knocking out Muffin Cutie, but they can't get the kill. And now the Fear, along with the exhaust, Parole's going down pretty quickly. And actually they're just barely staying alive. Alistar trying to pick up the kill, and they're just running around circles.
He's taunting him. Muffin Cutie's just running right in front of Alistar's face. Like, you wish you could have some of this. But yeah, that Buster shot from Parole just actually blew Muffin Cutie away to safety. Very unfortunate, did not get that kill there. But, you know, at this point, though, it's just a slow push for MTW. They have all this damage available to them. And there you go. You got Mandatory Cloud with a little bit of help from the Rumble ult. You got the Hourglass as well, trying to get the kill on Takashi X. And now they're just being silly.
Yeah,
they're just being silly.
Just goofing off right now.
Yeah.
They don't mind this game lasting a little bit. Oh, but the stun underneath the turret. So Rumble gets the kill on TF, but the follow-up, he does go down. And it stalls it off for a little bit. Ezreal can probably take down this turret with that massive wave. One bad Brad going up there to try and stop it. But Ball's jumping over on the other side, trying to pick up that kill, but he's stuck underneath the turret with that depth charge. He will get some damage, though. Maybe poke him down underneath the turret, but he has to
there's
worry.
Aurelia trying to get some damage. He does shift over the wall. And the hook from Muffin Cutie breaks tricks on over. I thought with a little bit of help from Bliss, he's actually going to get the she's actually going to get the kill on the Ezreal, but unfortunately, no. Could not get the rest of that
Just
pursuit
a little
going.
thing called cooldowns in the way.
Just a little bit, just a little thing called love. That too. Shirley is being popped from Blitz, wants to hurry back into the lane, try and get a little bit of something happen going on to Tristana here. Parole can only do so much to defend, but granted, there is Tristana not too bad at clearing the waves too, but the rest of the team, it's not so much. But Dragon is back up. Xmithy's just going to go ahead, buy himself and grab it, secure more gold for the team. And, you know, the remaining towers, the remaining tier 3s for 4not are actually looking pretty weak. You can just go in and just kind of like kick him into shins lightly and he'll fall if towers had shins and they were unprotected, like they're not playing soccer or anything. I don't know.
They need those shin guards.
They need those shin guards. They do. And they need them very much so right now. MTW continuing their push, looking to try and get a split push going on here. 3 in the mid, 2 in the top. And everyone from 4not is up here distracted. Shirley's being popped. I don't think they're going to be able to close that distance because Balls and Muffin Cutie, there's a little bit too speedy for us at 4not. They're out of position here. The hook not going to get Xmithy. Not going to get it. But now everyone has reunited here up on the wall beyond the top and mid turrets. I'm just waiting for the creep wave. That's all they're doing. They wait for a creep wave
pretty easily, but they can dive this if they want, or just quick burst it down, and Balls takes it down pretty quickly. They have to watch out for Mandatory Cloud and his kind of an engage, and they actually, the flash from Muffin Cutie trying to get that hook, but here's the engage. Rumble with the ultimate. TF has to get out of there, and actually Nocturne ulting right on top of him. The Zonia's from Mandatory Cloud. He is going to be okay, but Nocturne takes down TF, and so really quickly they win this fight. Xmithy still chasing onto Parole, gets pretty low, but it doesn't even matter. Mandatory Cloud trying to get in range of anything. Actually Balls with the follow-up, and so they're able to grab the kill. Just Parole underneath there. Just poke him down just a little bit. The Zonia's one more attack.
There you go. There's the ace in the fountain. Yep, see, Don just decided to sacrifice himself to make sure they can go ahead and secure that. You guys got to take out an inhibitor first. There you go. Thanks, Mandatory. Now the minions are just going to go ahead and continue to push, take out the first Nexus, and then the second, and then this should be it. It looks like mTw.NA is going to be moving on. Winners round of 4. There you go. Ult. Just in celebration. Xmithy, don't recall just quite yet. Okay, there we go. mTw.NA 2-0ing 4not.Fire 4not is going to get dropped down into losers. mTw moves on in winners. Fantastic job, guys.
Yeah, I mean, they were in complete control of both games to more or less the extent. 4not, they had some nice things going on with the TF there. They were able to get some nice aggression. Also, having the aggressive jungler really helped them out a lot. So having Nautilus there was huge. But I don't know, they really need to. I don't know. There's just some things they need to work on. So like they're falling behind early in the game when they really shouldn't be, and then some team fights, mTw was just superior, and that's all there was to it. mTw was able to win those fights very easily. So I don't know. We'll see how 4not continues to do, but mTw, they look really strong.
Yeah, and 4not, they didn't slouch getting on into here either. They still got losers bracket. They still have a way to get on into the Face Off, San Francisco Showdown, by the way. And which, by the way, if you are in the area and you're interested in coming by, you can just get your tickets right now. You might as well. IGN.com/IPL. It's a big red button. It says buy tickets. You can't miss it. If you do, you may want to possibly buy a new monitor also, because it might be like you may have like thrown like a bottle of soda. Like you sometimes like LCD monitors are like they get all weird and scratchy, and if you impact something with it, or
all right,
I haven't had the best
San
luck.
Francisco Showdown. I'm calling it the Disco in the Frisco. It's
I'm
IPL
not.
Face Off, the Disco in the Frisco.
I am not a fan of disco, unfortunately.
It's already done. I called it.
No,
so
you didn't.
It's decided.
There's a huge list on Level Update of other names we can use.
Right. Oh.
This is why my favorite being
Of inferior names we could use.
Disco in the Frisco.
Yeah, come on.
That's the superior one.
That is the superior one. Regardless, guys, check it out. It'll be awesome. I'm really excited for it.
Yes.
We're going to be running qualifiers throughout this week. It's going to be really cool. See who qualifies. We have the Asian invites as well. We're working on getting that information out, and we're actually going to have a game shortly. So stay tuned.
We are not done.
Yeah,
we are not done for tonight. Coming up next on stream, we're going to get it to you as quickly as possible. Possibly a little short, maybe like 5-10 minute break, just so you can go ahead and make yourself a snack or whatever you may want to do. Troopers versus Orbit Gaming. They're looking pretty good. Troopers actually beat out CLG Prime to get onto the spot. So yeah, they've got a lot to impress. They've got a long way to. They've already impressed us. They can go ahead and impress us more. Orbit looking incredibly strong right now. They're definitely like the new kids on the block to try and take out. But hey,
the new old kids on the block.
Yes. Yeah. Let's go with that. But we're going to go ahead and see how that unfolds. We're going to go ahead, try and get the lobby, try and get the game started as quickly as we can. If there's a little bit of a delay, we'll come back, we'll update you. But for the time being, now is a fantastic time to go ahead, go to the kitchen, make a snack, go to the bathroom, whatever you need to do. We will be right back for the second set of the night, Troopers versus Orbit. We will be back in a bit, so come, stick around.